Hello, everybody. Welcome and thanks for joining me on this channel. I hope you're doing all right. My name is Anton, and unfortunately, since over half a year, I'm suffering from CFS, which is the main reason I'm making this channel. And basically, I want to share how I live with the condition and sort of show my recovery journey and also provide a space where I can share some information about my experience and hopefully help some other patients and their relatives that way. And also learn from everybody else and hopefully sort of create a space where we can all benefit from each other. First of all, obviously, what is CFS? Most people have never heard it, and most people have no idea what that is. That includes all the doctors as well, actually, or at least 99% of them, since it doesn't get taught normally. And it is quite a rare disease, so most people don't know about it, and it arises after certain virus infections. And for me, it was Epstein-Barr virus, and the other most common one is coronavirus, which definitely all of you know. And it's sort of random if you get it or if you don't. There's no, you cannot really prevent it. It's just a bit of luck involved there. And it can sort of be described as a neurological disorder, as basically your nervous system does not function properly anymore. It's sort of derailed, and communication within your body is just not functioning properly, or as it would in a normal person, which can lead to various symptoms, which I'll get to in a bit. And one issue, for example, can be that the body struggles to get its nervous system out of the sympathetic state, which is sort of this fight or flight mode, the more alerted state. And basically, in a way, a lot of misinformation is sent between your nervous system and your body and your mind, basically. And you're not properly aligned anymore. And that leads to basically a lot of things going wrong. So that sort of brings me to the next point. How does it affect people? Well, in my case, it has left me bedbound over the past few months, and so I've been living here out of this bed. I was not able to walk for quite a bit of time, and at the worst times I was even not able to move my body at all. And generally that's the most common and biggest issue, this sort of very strong physical fatigue of you not being able to walk and do things normally anymore. And other than that, you'll get sort of symptoms, or at least in my case, like a lot of dizziness and generally feeling quite unwell. So even if I would move, then you would get these sort of symptoms. So if I'm having a really bad day, I can really just lie there, not do anything, and I just have to wait for it to go away. Another thing that goes wrong when these sort of symptoms arise, in my case, is that my heart rate just completely goes through the roof and goes a bit crazy as well. And right now I am basically not completely bedbound anymore. I'm able to walk on my own a bit, but basically only a few meters. So I do manage to most of the times now walk to the bathroom on my own again. But not really much more at this point, at least. And generally the issue is that these symptoms you get are quite strong, and they do appear not only from physical action, but also any sort of emotional stuff or any general interactions. So even having friends here to visit, I could only manage to do for half an hour, and then you're sort of drained and you'll get symptoms and you'll have to rest. So it's not only the physical part. I cannot just take part in life in my wheelchair normally, because that would sort of be too much. So you really have to, sort of, live a very different life than a normal person could. Yeah, so that was a bit about my case in particular. But generally talking, every case of chronic fatigue is extremely different, and symptoms are extremely different. The only sort of overlying thing is that physical fatigue that leaves people bedbound or not able to walk far or walk at all. So I think it's over 50% of chronic fatigue patients that are not able to leave their flat, and a big proportion of that is not able to leave their bed. But other people might have other symptoms. Some that are quite common are a very high sensitivity to light or sound, which will cause them a lot of symptoms, or some weird, unexplainable pain in their body. And really anything you can imagine can be sort of a symptom of a CFS patient. And it does vary quite a bit, and every case is quite different. So that sort of brings me to the next part. How do you recover? Well, I think first we have to talk about how it actually gets worse. And that is when you do too much. So that can be either physically or emotionally. And that is just the thing you'll have to pay the most attention to. If you'll ever do too much, and I've had that problem, you might run the risk of crashing. And crashing doesn't mean you're just, a minor setback and you'll be back up on the recovery road again after a week or so. No, in my case, I was able to still walk and live in my flat on my own, and then I crashed, and that has left me with not being able to move, not being able to get out of bed on my own, walk on my own at all. So I still haven't recovered from the crash, and it's been a month after, and I'm not at the point that I was before. So that really is the biggest thing to avoid, doing too much. And I think it's really important to understand that can be either physically or emotionally. So generally the way to recover just takes a lot of time. You're not going to make big progress. There is no cure. There's no medicine that's going to help you in a big way that is going to make you healthy in quick time. It just doesn't exist. And as I've said in the beginning, most doctors have no idea. When I went to the hospital because I was not able to move, they struggled to tell me what the issue was. Most people don't know how to treat or how to work with CFS patients at all. And the best way to sort of try to get better is just, as I've said, really focus on not doing too much. And other than that, trying to engage with your parasympathetic nervous system. So this is the state that's opposite to the sympathetic nervous system. So you don't want that sort of fight or flight mode. You want that sort of rest and digest state. So many patients benefit from slight massages or meditation or various yoga activities that are obviously not too draining on your body, but just slight engagement with your body and your sort of emotional well-being are quite important on the way to recovery. And other than that, it's just a lot of time that you'll need, and obviously a lot of luck as well. So what are the chances of recovery? Well, unfortunately, it's not really the most optimistic number. It's going to be 5% of people that do recover in their lifetime and are able to live a completely normal life again. But at least it's something, it's doable. So I'll try my best to get there, obviously. And hopefully you can join me on this journey. And sort of watch me get my life back. So I just want to briefly talk about some of the other big issues that arise when you get that illness, and that's basically that this illness is not easily detectable. You cannot just see if somebody has it, so you sort of have to find out because a person is not able to do anything, has sort of these symptoms, but we don't find any other illness. And yeah, that sort of leads to, obviously in the beginning, many people not really understanding why you are that way, why you're not able to do anything anymore. And they're going to pressure you. They're not going to respect that you don't have the energy. They're not going to understand it. And that can be obviously quite a big issue. And it helps once you know sort of you have that condition, because then generally people, you know, can sort of read a bit about it and understand that they'll have to be very respectful and not pressure you to do anything, because that's actually going to be bad for you. Yeah, obviously in other ways, your life is going to change quite a bit. You're not going to see your friends as much anymore. You're definitely probably going to realize that some people won't care about you much anymore. You won't have much contact with them. They're not going to come and visit you. I think that is just really quite normal for anybody in that sort of situation. When you're sort of, you know, wiped away from the picture, you're not able to participate in life anymore. So it's sort of like out of sight, out of mind does really have some truth, obviously. And I think what is important is that you'll still have some close friends around you that are going to come and visit and then do actually care about you. And I'm fortunate enough to have these sort of people and to have a family that helps me a lot. But yeah, I think don't be too annoyed, I'd say, by if some people are not going to show up. I think that doesn't have anything to do with you. It's just normal in these sort of situations. Yeah, so sort of to wrap things up, this is just a very brief overview of the condition. I tried to sort of give an introduction into every point I thought has at least some importance. And obviously it goes much deeper than that. I could talk about symptoms for hours. I could talk about recovery for hours. And there's so much more to say and so much more to learn. I just want to keep this as an introduction video, sort of briefly touch every point to give a broad understanding. And I hope I've done that. And yeah, I will leave some more tips about recovery and stuff like that, and what I'm doing in much more detail, hopefully in future videos. Yeah, but generally, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching and staying if you've made it until here. And yeah, my only other wish for you, if you've actually sticked around for that much time, is to basically just leave a comment underneath the video. Let me know that you're here. Let me know what's going on in your life. Let me know any suggestions of any books I can read, any Netflix shows I can watch, any food you're enjoying in the last time. Yeah, just really anything. That'll be great. So we get some interaction on the channel. Or if you don't know what to say, you can still just say hi or wish me good luck. I'll definitely need that on the way to recovery. And yeah, see you in the next one. Bye.